Hey guys, what is up? It is Scuzzy, and welcome to another video. This one is a ramblings video, and I haven't posted in about a week, but that's not really abnormal for me because lately I've been busy with work and such, but I've actually not recorded any content for the last week, and I wanted to make a video about it, but decided not to, based on the fact that I assumed that people didn't care about my life. That being said, I talked to someone today, and they mentioned something to the effect that I guess the real people, I don't know how they said it, but they were saying like the real people will understand where you're coming from, which is true to an extent. But it is my channel, and if I don't want to do something, then I don't do it. If I do want to do something, then I should be able to just do it. And I'm the type of person that just, I want to be honest in everything that I do. And when I started YouTube 7 years ago, I don't even know why I started. I enjoyed maybe recording, getting some progress, but that was about it. It didn't get any further than that for me. And I would record like once every couple of months because I felt the pressure in my own mind to post something new because now I have a YouTube channel, but my heart wasn't into it. And so that was on and off for like 6 years. And then I got 200 mil invention, and I made videos because I wanted to help the community. I wanted to show some of the backstory around invention as I was getting it, yada yada yada, that sort of thing. But then I didn't make any more videos because I was working on a real life invention, and I don't really want to go through like my whole life story, but there's been a lot of stuff that's happened in my life that it tends to bring me down. I don't know if I'm the type of person that's very positive unless I really dig deep to find something positive. One of the things that I really would like to do before I'm too old or I die off is bring clean water to people who not only need it but also will accept it. And if you guys have been watching my videos for long enough, you'll know that I have mentioned that before in some of my rambling videos, but there hasn't been much other than talk. And that's because there's not much other than talk regarding that sort of stuff. I have a lot of barriers that I can't seem to get past. I used to have a phone phobia where I would be very uncomfortable if I was talking to someone on the phone, especially if it was someone new. If I knew the person, it wasn't so bad, but if I like had any questions or needed an answer on something, I would get kind of like freaked out almost. I think it stems from like what's the word? It is not a compulsion. I'm trying to think of what the word is. It's sort of like a desire to want to look good in someone else's eyes. I've always had that barrier and that struggle that I've struggled with, because, well, growing up, I never really had the attention or, really, I guess, the attention or affection from anyone. And I know that a lot of you probably don't really care, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. I'm just gonna talk. So if you click out of the video, I'm not gonna judge you or anything. I understand. I'm just letting you know where I'm at. So I'm the kind of person that likes attention. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why I go for rank. I don't know. There's a lot about me that I don't understand. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't understand. I try to keep myself simple. I tell people I'm a simple person, but at the end of the day, I think I'm actually very complex. And the same could, I guess, be said about anybody else. But we don't know what's going on in anybody's minds until we find some sort of mind reading capabilities. But I have not heard of such stuff yet. So, the gist of what I'm trying to say is, I'm not motivated to make videos. But it goes further than that. I'm not motivated to do anything. I'm not motivated to work on my inventions. I'm not motivated to give a crap about anybody else. I'm not even motivated to give a crap about myself. That just kind of comes naturally. And then I basically have been in a depression, and I don't know how to get out of it. Usually, I'll just keep my mind busy and figure it out, and it's not really a big deal. But it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back, and it's always the same kind of thoughts. It's not suicidal thoughts or anything. It's people don't care. People, like I said, people. That's what's one of them is people don't care, and I think it stems from the lack of attention and the lack of concern and care that I get from other people. People actually don't talk to me. From what I see from my end, it could be totally different from someone else's end, but from my end, people don't really talk to me unless they can get something from me, or they can get something out of it. This is how I felt for many years, and it's a tough battle because I can't seem to find any positivity to disprove that. When people talk to me, they ask me about, like, and I understand you have questions about RuneScape, and that's fine. But that shouldn't be the only reason someone talks to someone. They shouldn't just talk to someone because they want to get something, or they think, I don't know. I've talked to some people and they say I'm intimidating, which I don't personally see, but I'm me, so how could I see if I'm intimidated or not? So you have the people who think I'm intimidating, the people that think I'm always busy, which I'm not, the people who just want to get what I can offer them. For example, when I was in school, college, I didn't have any friends. And I wasn't at college to make friends, so that's probably part of the reason, but people would only talk to me because I had the answers. I had the answers to the exam, or I could help them study better, which is good. It's sometimes it's good to be that kind of person, to be a leader and be able to help someone else. I love that. I love helping people. But there's part of me that is also selfish. I think it's selfishness, but it's very, very saddening and depressing when people don't talk to me. I feel worthless. And I know there's people who feel like this. I know other people feel like this. I know a lot of people feel like this. So I'm just saying this so that everybody knows, whoever's watching the video up until this point, they know that this is the reason why I haven't posted a video from August 30th or whatever the last one was to September 4th, today's date. It's because I'm not in a good mental state. I don't know how to get out of it, and I really just don't want to do anything. I still have my job. I'm still working my butt off with that job, but I go in every morning and I don't want to do it. I don't want to work. But I know that I have to work. And I know there's going to be people who say, welcome to the real world. But I want to say right now, before my emotions take over, I just want to say, the world is a set way because of the way people make it. But that doesn't mean I have to live my life the same exact way as every single person out there who works a 9-to-5 job. I know if you're an older generation, you're gonna think, well, this guy's young, he doesn't understand how the world works. But, and maybe I don't understand. But what I do understand is that the world is the way it is. But I bring a little bit of optimism to say that it doesn't have to stay that way. And you know what? If I live my whole life thinking that and it never changes, then it's not really going to be a waste, because I think about how I live my life compared to... No, I don't want to compare it to other people, but I don't consider that a waste of life to have hope and dreams and that sort of thing. It's just right in this moment, I don't have the motivation because I feel like I can't do everything myself. And people say you can't do everything yourself. And for so many years, I've tried to tell myself that they're wrong and that I can do everything myself, because who else is doing something to do it? Who is doing it? If no one else is doing it, then how can I expect it to get done unless I do it? So there's a lot of different other thoughts in my head. I don't know if they're going to come out in this video or if they'll come out in the comments when you guys ask me about stuff or you tell me about something and then it just hits me then and then we talk about it. But when I originally started YouTube, I didn't really care about it. For 6 years. For 6 years I was on and off, and I only made videos because I felt like I was forced to. That's part of the reason why I don't stream anymore, is because when I stream, I feel like I have to stream for 10 hours, otherwise there's not going to be any viewers, and what's the point of streaming if there's no viewers, if I can just not stream and enjoy my time watching a movie? That's kind of where I'm at with that. Sounds selfish, probably is selfish. I don't know what else to say. That's one of the reasons why I don't stream. I know a lot of people like watching the stream. It's not particularly enjoyable for me. But in August of 2016, actually a whole year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I started getting really serious about YouTube. And the reason why is because I still couldn't find a job, and I didn't want to work at McDonald's or something like that because of my physical limitations, but also I just didn't want to do that. I don't think anybody wants to work at McDonald's. It's just they're kind of forced to make ends meet. So I was willing to do that if it was like a last resort, but I somehow talked my family into letting me still not look for a job and then or stop looking for a job and then just do YouTube. And I was so sure that I could, make it big with that. And, a lot of the big YouTubers say that they never thought that they were going to get there. But I had the mindset that I was going to get there. So I never really did YouTube for fun. It was more of I kind of needed to do it because it was one of the options for me at the time. But the thing is, I did that for 10 months. I worked my butt off trying to, make content and post daily videos. I think at the beginning I was posting 2 videos every single day, which was insane for a game like this because it's very hard to get the content for it. So I worked my butt off for the first 3 or 4 months, I wasn't even getting a paycheck from Google, from YouTube. And then in December, I finally got my first paycheck, because you don't get paid until you get $100 threshold. So it took me 4 or 5 months just to get to that. But now, I'm not making as many videos, but people are still watching the videos. I have a bigger viewership, so the money is I get a check once every 2 months for like $120, which isn't much. But unless you keep putting in that work, which I kind of stopped putting in as much work, because I put in so much work at my actual job now, or my engineering job, I would say, that I'm just so exhausted when I get home. And because I don't have the pressure of having to do it to make ends meet, then it gets less, it gets pushed back on the burner, because it was never really fun for me. This game itself, I can't even remember a time when it was. The last time I remember it was actually fun and enjoyable is when I was doing rune crafting in 2012 at ZMI. It was actually enjoyable. But ever since then, this game hasn't been enjoyable for me. It's more of like an addiction that is kind of there when I need to have sort of an escape. But lately, it's been causing me more mental pain than it has been helping me. And it's going back to the first point that I was making. It's because I will log on and I can go days without anybody saying anything to me. And to me, that just, it hits me right in the heart, and it really hurts. I'm sure they have their reasons, but I have this one phrase that I've believed for a while now, that people will make time for the things that they care about. And so when someone says they're too busy, I don't want anything to do with them, because if they're going to be too busy to say hi or see how I'm doing, that's not a kind of person I want to ever have in my life. I really, honestly, that's how I feel, and I know it's kind of brutal, but like, it really messes with my mental health, and it's tough. I do know that I have a strong mental, just a strong, I don't really know what the word is, but I fight a lot of battles in my head, and they never come out. They don't get communicated, because people really can't handle the stuff that goes on in my mind. And I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to handle this. Like, I don't know, because like, a lot of you probably respect me, and then to see me being brought so low might affect you guys, and that's another reason why I never really want to do that sort of thing, because I know a lot of people look up to me. It's just, I have issues too, guys. I'm not like this awesome, amazing, figure everything out. I do the best I can, and sometimes I try to make it so it's not like this, like ever. But there's just sometimes I don't win. I don't win my mental battles. And those days I'm good for nothing. I can't help other people. I can't even help myself. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like I'm the only one dealing with this. But I did want to let you guys know, I don't even think I have any clips for videos in the future. I actually I tried to take a whole week off of RuneScape, social media, and everything. One mistake that I think I made was I told all my friends, I said, I'm deleting you. well, not all my friends, but the ones that I didn't think were very good friends, I let them know how I felt, and it was a bit harsh. I will admit I was a bit harsh, but that's what happens when you don't have control of your mental health. Things just come out and you hurt other people, and that, like I'm saying, that's a regret that I have. But at the same point in time, I really don't want those people in my life if they're not going to give a shit about me. Honestly, like, there's only so much that I can do to help people and not get anything. And that sounds really selfish thinking about as I'm saying it. We shouldn't be doing things to get things in return, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm helping people so I get in return. I'm just saying I need a friend. I don't have that. And it's just, it really bothers me. Honestly, I don't want this video to go on too long, but there's a lot more that I could say. And a lot of the stuff that I'm thinking right now, it sounds like if I unfiltered my mouth right now, I would probably offend a lot of people. And I don't want to offend anyone. I was talking to someone earlier today about how everybody's so offended. It's interesting because people are so offended, even by the smallest things. Like, you say something like, well, I don't think you're a good friend right now, and they're so offended. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, what do you mean? Tell me what's going on. Like, if there's anything I can change, let me know. You know, I want to be that good friend for you. But people don't see it that way. They're very selfish, and they want what they want, and they don't really think outside of that realm. And I'm already starting to hear it. I feel like I'm offending some people, but the main gist of what that point was is, I don't know if it started with when social media happened, but I feel like it's the newer generations that have these sensitivity issues. I know but the thing is, it may not even be that, because I know older people who have a lot of sensitivity issues as well. I think what happened, guys, is we got a hold of communication, and now we're able to attack people with our words. So many more people than before. Like, if you think about it, 1,000 people are going to be watching this video. 500 people are going to be watching this video. 200 people are going to be watching this video. And that's 200 chances that I could take to attack you guys. That's 500 chances that I could take to attack you guys. 1,000 chances. Think about that. How long would it take me without the internet or transportation or phone? How long would it take me to get to 1,000 people and attack their mental health? How long would that take? That would take so long. It's so easy to do it now that you have to be so careful, because now it's not a face-to-face encounter. They can have their whole reaction without me even knowing. I could say one thing and it could destroy someone's life. Whereas 100 years ago, that couldn't happen. It would take a certain person meeting a certain person and attacking a certain way to get that attack in. I'm not saying I'm trying to attack people. No way. I'm trying not to. But I feel like it's much easier to offend someone, because it also could be because the idea of having your own opinions is more prevalent, because 500 years ago, you really couldn't have your own opinion on something. If you did, and you spoke too loudly, you get your head cut off. Now, you can pretty much say whatever you want without consequences. I say pretty much. There's some things you can't say, but you probably could, but you would get consequences. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you can really degrade someone. It's very, very easy to do that, as opposed to encouraging someone. And even just making this video right now, it's very therapeutic for me, because I don't have someone to talk to. I really don't. That's one of the reasons why I make these rambling videos, is because I don't have someone to talk to. I feel like I don't have someone to talk to. I may actually have someone to talk to, but they don't give responses the way I thought they were going to give them. It just seems like they don't care. And to me, that destroys my whole mood. And I think that's an issue with me. I think I have an issue where I'm basing my happiness or whatever on other people. I think that might be one of the reasons. I don't know. Like I said, I'm complicated. I don't know if I want to figure it out. Honestly, I don't know. I want to make videos. I do. But I also don't want to make videos. It's very tough for me, because I want to work and I don't want to work. I want to help all these lives with clean water. But part of me actually doesn't want to do it. But it's not because I don't care about the people. It's because of laziness. It's going to be a lot of work. My mind tells me, hey, it's going to be a lot of work. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to go through all of that pain? All of that? Half of me goes, yes, I would take all the pain in the world if it meant that people would be happy. And part of me says, hey, wait. You're part of the population. You should also get to be happy. So why not me? So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna be looking at the comments for a couple days. I might take another week off of YouTube, but I did want to make this video for you guys to let you know where I'm at. So if you skip to the end, the basic gist is I'm probably not going to make another video this week. I'm probably not going to play RuneScape or record anything this week. I'm trying to re-gear my mental health, because I've been battling a lot of different thoughts. And if you want to hear about those thoughts, you can scroll back in the video. But this is just an update video for you guys, so you know what's going on with me. And I like to keep people in the loop. I always want to be in the loop. I always want to know what's going on. So that's what I'm doing for you guys. And one thing that I will say before I go is, I was talking about wanting a friend that's going to be there for me, that I'll be able to talk to. And I feel like I don't have that with anyone right now. But what I can do is I can be that friend for someone else, for everyone. I can be that friend. Because I know there's people like me who feel like nobody cares, and nobody wants to be their friend, and nobody actually really cares enough to get their hands dirty in someone else's issues. And I thought about it. It makes sense. There's probably a lot of people who don't want to speak up, or who can't speak up, but are feeling the same way. So if you do feel like that, feel free to message me on Twitter in the direct message, and it literally logged me out. But feel free to message me on Twitter. My Twitter link is in the description. You're welcome to direct message me on there, and we'll figure stuff out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will be back and ready to make videos again. I don't know, it might take me a little bit more than a week. It already took me a whole week, and I don't feel that much better. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.